Welcome back to Channel 1 Alternate News. You are here with Mick and Jov, and today our top story is subconscious programming. We'll go into a bit of information here about the subconscious mind, and we'll get you to make your own mind up with some things. We talk about raising our vibration and basically patience. Really important tip here, really important one. Our health tip of the day is alkaline water. Very important here, and I definitely hang around for that one there. And then you've got to hang around for the truth story of the day. It's really important. It's psychological warfare and how it may be used in this moment. Make up your own mind, but stay tuned.
Some very relevant information coming up for you guys today. So thank you once again for joining us at Channel 1 Alternate News. Let's get straight into it, Jov. Let's get into subconscious mind, Jov. So very important thing just to kick this thing off is what is the subconscious mind, Jov? So what I want to tell you is just the definition that we've got for you from study.com, I believe.
Well, this one here is just Collins Dictionary. It's a dictionary meaning.
It's the dictionary meaning. All right. So dictionary meaning, subconscious mind. Your subconscious is the part of your mind that can influence you or affect your behavior, even though you are not aware of it. So obviously what we're communicating with right now is we're using our conscious minds right now, yeah? But your subconscious mind never turns off. It never switches off. Now, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, so I deal with subconscious mind every single day. It's the way where you can truly get to the core of a person's belief system.
Yeah, very important stuff here. The subconscious mind, highly recommend to do some research into it. I'm going to leave a link below for an article that takes about 20 minutes to read or something, but it's 20 minutes that will change your life for the better. It's not to be scared or fearful of actually awareness of the subconscious mind. It's just gonna, you're perfect the way you are today, and all this is gonna do is improve your, tomorrow, basically. Like, oh, okay, well maybe I won't do that tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So I highly recommend to have a look into the subconscious mind. Like I said, check out the link in the comments and description below. But we're going to continue. We're going to talk about a documentary that I watched a couple months ago. So Programming the Nation documentary. I've got the link in the description as well below. And so basically it talks about the subliminal messages and mind controlling effects that they have on us. So very important to be aware of different little subliminal messages that get thrown upon us. We don't really know what they are. They're just it's subliminal. That's what subliminal message is. It's hidden.
Absolutely.
So just a little bit of awareness here for you guys as well. And
so with the subconscious mind, just leading into that, this documentary Programming the Nation, what it actually tries to get to the bottom of is the way that the subliminal messages are actually going into your subconscious mind. So the way that they're doing this is through advertising as well.
Yes.
So as you've got there on the screen, the average TV viewer is subject to over 30,000 TV advertisements per year. And that is in the form of repetition. And as we all know, repetition is the way that we learn things. So this is the way that they are teaching and helping your subconscious mind to learn whatever narrative they want.
That's it. I mean, I could think about something right now, like if I ever wanted to buy carpets, we're in Australia here, but call, carpet, call, that's been programmed into my subconscious mind, like carpet calls, I've never needed carpets. Actually, I actually do need carpets.
You need carpet right
I might
now,
get some carpet call. But see what I mean? Like they knew what they were doing when they did that kind of stuff. Like this is just awareness for you guys. I mean, we only learned this pretty recently. I know that I did, and it's just so powerful because you're aware of so much more, and you basically are in control of what your subconscious gets attention to, basically. So for me, that's important. I like having control of my life instead of being run by someone that's got an agenda to take money from me or instill fear into me.
Absolutely. So when we look through this documentary, the Programming the Nation documentary, we see some things that you may know about, some things you may not know about, but everything that we bring to your attention, just do your own research on it. But
that's it.
From what we've been told from this documentary, that these executives, these advertising executives, okay, one of their main jobs is to make sure that people feel bad about themselves, Joe.
So crazy, honestly. When I watched this documentary, this part of this documentary, it made me sick. I was a bit angry. I don't get angry. And this one here, I was just like, that is just cold, and especially because there's no awareness of it. So watch I'm going to have the link in the description. Watch this. This is an advertising executive basically saying that their intention is to make women feel bad about themselves to sell products. Like that's just cold. Like this is, why would we give this attention, awareness to you guys? Like this is just giving you some awareness to understand that, hey, what are they trying to do? Don't feel bad about yourself. You're perfect the way you are. You don't need anything to make you feel better. You know, everyone is perfect exactly the way they are.
But unfortunately, there are people out there that will profit from you feeling bad about yourself. They will profit from you not knowing the truth and, you know, not being aware of what's going on around you. So this is what we're trying to help you do. We're trying to help you become aware of who you are and what you can actually achieve in this lifetime. So by doing so, and it's really by literally try not to watch as many ads as you currently do. You know, if you do still watch network TV, which I personally disagree that you should watch that. I think network TV is one of the reasons why we're in the situation we are in. But if you do still watch network TV, turn the ads off. When it comes to ad time, put the TV, pause the TV, or you know, mute it.
Mute it. That's what I do. I always mute it. If I ever I watch the football, and if I've got the footy on, always I put that thing on mute. And sometimes I'll just walk away. You know, just don't even want to see them on there. It's just again more awareness, to do some research and to understand what's actually happening. Like the best advice I can give you is don't fall asleep to network TV, because your subconscious mind is always on, even when you're sleeping, all right? So it's just awareness. You know, it doesn't matter if you didn't know this yesterday. It's okay. Like, you're going to know this for the future, and that's all it's going to do is benefit you in the future. So, like I said, maybe do some research, have a think about it, and maybe just turn the TV off or put it on mute or something like that. At least if it's on mute, that can't get in because you can't hear it.
Just touching on TV as well. Obviously, we've touched this in a previous video when we talk about TV and the media and how it affects your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So just think twice about TV, about your TV consumption. I mean, it is getting out there at the moment, even in the mainstream, that too much TV consumption is not good. And the reason behind that is something we've gone into here. It's all about subconscious programming. Yeah, it's all about what you're being fed, the narrative that's getting pumped into your subconscious mind through the TV. So, I mean, personally for me, obviously do your own research into how TV disrupts you and it disrupts your life and it is a distraction to your life. But for me, I try not to consume too much television.
Yeah, very important stuff. And like Mick was just saying about pushing the narrative as well, it's very important to pay attention to what all the mainstream media narrative is basically. It's always very similar. If you keep an eye on it, it's always very similar. It's always owned by similar people as well. Like there's 6 companies that literally own all of the media, or 90% of the media. There's facts behind that. You can check that out. I'll put some links below if you want it as well. There's 6 companies that control like literally all the media in America and in Australia. Rupert Murdoch, if you're Australian, or he's an American guy, literally owns every single newspaper in the country. And if you do a bit of research into the mainstream media, the actual channels and stuff, they're very chummy with each other. So they're all sleeping together. They're all in the same bed basically. So it's just being aware of that and understanding that the narrative is very similarly pushed onto you. So again, just critically thinking, doing your own research, making your own mind up.
Absolutely. So moving straight on to our raising your vibration tip of the day. Today we're talking about patience. Now, this is something that we all can improve our patience every single day. I've recently been lucky enough to improve my patience, and that's through my child. Through my child, by having a baby and watching him grow up, and the way that this child obviously patience is something that we learn, and a child doesn't have much patience. Okay, a child needs something right there and then. Yeah, it's when they are hungry, when they are scared, when they're a baby, they scream, mum comes running, feed, hug, whatever. They get anything they ever want. So just watching him and how impatient he is, it's actually added to my patience.
Yeah, well, you've learned. That's it. Or sometimes you just got to, with awareness,
observation,
being aware in the moment, you can learn so much. And patience is so important. It's something that once you improve your patience, everything becomes easier. Life becomes so much easier. You're just like, okay, you're at a red light. Or you don't want to drastically cut off someone in the car or whatever. It's just about really being calm. And even in this moment in the world, it's a strange moment, but understand that being patient right now is so important. Just understand that, look, what's coming, we'll give you, spoiler alert, what's coming is going to be great after all this stuff is over. I don't know how long it's going to take, but after it's all over, it's going to be worth the wait. So just being patient right now, great things are coming. So important to just, again, be aware in the moment. When you're aware, in the moment that you're being impatient, you can literally rewire it and just be like, okay, I'm being impatient. I'm just going to do a few deep breaths. So just bring yourself back to a nice calm state of mind. And you can basically continually, like through repetition, through subconscious programming, you can program your patience to be amazing.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Joe. There's something I practice every day, something I practice on a daily basis, and something that I hopefully will instill in my son over time. And it's something that I help other people become aware of, because me helping other people become aware of them being impatient helps me with my patience. Okay, so if I notice that someone is being a little bit impatient about something, about this, and just calm down, just take your time. What's the rush?
That's it.
Honestly, what is the rush? Where do we need to be? Where is the fire? Just calm down. Let's just enjoy this moment, and then we'll move on to the next one. And just by doing that, you can help someone become aware of patience and how important it is to your day-to-day life.
So important. I love that. Patience. Let's just be calm. Let's move on to our health tip of the day, which is alkaline water. All right, so alkaline water, Mick, what is it?
Alkaline water. All right, I'm going to give you the facts right now.
All right, give me some facts.
Alkaline water is water that has been ionized. Now, Joff, what do I mean by ionized? Well, of course,
tell me.
What I mean by ionized is the pH level of the water has been increased. Now, Joff, what do I mean by pH level? So what I mean by pH level is it's a number that measures the acidity or the alkaline of the substance in question. So in the question, we're talking about water. Now this scale is between 0 and 14. So if you're going to talk about, say for example, tap water. So tap water sits at a neutral level of 7, right in the middle there, okay?
Smack bang.
Now you don't want to have that. You want to have somewhere a bit higher on this scale of and that is alkaline water, which sits somewhere between 8 or 9 and up, depending on how alkaline the actual water is. So,
I believe up to 14 as well. So obviously, good alkaline water up to 14.
Absolutely.
It benefits you anyway. Let's get into the benefits right now. So benefits of alkaline water are weight loss and aiding digestion, body detoxing, and just removing the heavy metals within you. So again, doing a bit of research, because heavy metals somehow get into our body. So it's
we all cook with stainless steel, and we all cook with copper and all sorts of stuff.
Well, that's the thing, is many people would not be aware of that, So it's just it's good to look at that teamwork right there. So hydration, it obviously increases your hydration, better water absorption because it's better water. Healthier skin, makes you look younger if that's what you want. It assists with muscle and joints with a nice stronger bind with your muscles. And basically just day-to-day energy. The power of hydrogen increases your energy in a day-to-day basis.
That's right, Joff. So if you think about it, naturally occurring alkaline water think of it like a stream, and the water filtering over rocks and picking up minerals as they go along.
I like that.
So that's what alkaline water is. It's this water that's enhanced with these extra added minerals, and it's going to give you so much more. It's going to give your body so much more from that water. So one of the main reasons I actually got into alkaline water, Joff, is I'm sure you did as well.
Oh yes, we did a bit of research into what's in the tap water. And what's in the tap water, Mick?
Fluoride. Now, the narrative, and I know what you're going to say, but my teeth, Mick, my teeth, look at these teeth. I haven't had fluoride in I don't know how many years. But my teeth, Joff.
It's like I don't go to the dentist anymore because I drink tap water.
Fluoride protects my teeth.
Yes, but I mean, at the end of the day, fluoride does a lot of harm as well. So I mean, I feel like the dentist is, you go to the dentist once a year, let him do his job, and just take care of your teeth, brush your teeth, do the right thing by your teeth. But
fluoride is not the only thing you need to protect your teeth, yeah? I use a non-fluoride toothpaste. Yes. I have no fluoride in my diet at all.
That's it.
And our teeth are fine.
We're $1 million.
So do your own research into the exact reasons why fluoride is put into your water, okay? Because fluoride is a chemical compound, Joff. I don't know if people know that, okay? Maybe it sounds like a mineral or something natural. No, it's an inorganic chemical compound that's negatively charged, okay?
And fluoride is so toxic that it is considered hazardous waste by the EPA.
Do your own research, guys. But this is just things that we have learned about fluoride, doing our own research. And that's what we're putting out to you guys.
That's it. I mean, look, again, same kind of thing. If you've been drinking tap water your whole life and you feel okay or whatever, all I'm going to say is that it doesn't matter. Like you feel amazing. That's beautiful. I'm really happy. But if you want to feel a little bit better, maybe look into alkaline water, or just basically non-fluoridated water, which usually goes hand in hand with alkaline water. So it's just, I understand again that you're perfect the way you are while drinking tap water. However, if you want to kind of, one thing that I noticed with myself when I really did the switch to strictly non-fluoridated water was that I became such a clearer thinker. My mind cleared up. Everything became easier. Everything became simpler. So all of a sudden, basically, especially if you do a little bit of research about the pineal gland. So the pineal gland it's basically, it heightens your thinking. That's the best way to put it. And basically it decalcifies your pineal gland, which allows you to think clearer. Again, do some research, have a look into it. And sometimes when we say do some research, don't look on the first page of Google, you know what I mean? Like do a bit of digging. If you're going to spend some time, spend more than a minute or 30 seconds, you know?
Absolutely. And one final note on fluoride, Joel, before we kick it off.
Yes.
So fluoride in your toothpaste, okay? Now, if you look at a tube of toothpaste, have a look at it. There's a reason why it says on that thing, there's a safety label in there. It will say to you, this is the poison number. If someone ingests this toothpaste, which you shouldn't ingest, call this number, and there'll be a little health thing on there as well that will say to you, do not consume.
Yes.
Now, why? What? I don't understand. Explain to me why I can't consume toothpaste. Okay, but it's used to clean my teeth. Okay, but I don't want anything in my mouth that I can't consume.
Yeah.
Because what's it doing in my mouth to begin with? That's do your own research into toothpaste and fluoridated toothpaste, but that's my own personal opinion, guys.
Yeah, that's it. I think we leave it there. Let them do their research. We've given them enough information here, and
Let's move on to our truth story of the week, Josh.
Huge.
Psychological warfare. So obviously linking that one to the subconscious mind. This is the caveat. This is it, Joff. Let's get into it.
All right, Mick. So what is psychological warfare? Here's the definition from, you research this, it'll pop up. Basically, psychological warfare is a broad term, but in all documented cases, the concept uses actions intended to reduce an opponent's morale or mental well-being. The aim is to use manipulative tactics to intimidate or persuade a person or people. This process is usually employed through propaganda. And we'll get into propaganda deeper in another video, even though we're going to be talking about it right now. So it's just basically, look, long story short here, propaganda is ideas or statements that are false or exaggerated to basically manipulate you and to throw fear upon you more and more and more.
Hitler used that.
He did too.
Yeah, in the
More
Second
Hitler
World War.
stuff. Oh,
There's a lot of Hitler stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Propaganda, and don't be a fool and think the propaganda is not still around today, ladies or gentlemen. It is. The propaganda never went down with Hitler. So just keep that in mind and do your own research into propaganda and current day propaganda and how you can best avoid it.
And just understand that, we understand about how the media has so much power. Obviously, like we've mentioned, that the 6 companies own the media basically in America, and obviously just in every country around the world. Doesn't matter where you watch this. If you do a little bit of research into it, there's a lot of collectiveness with these elite level people. All right, so if you do a bit of research about elite level people, they they're in bed with each other at the end of the day, and that's the thing is they're going to push this narrative to manipulate it, to basically throw psychological warfare onto you so that they can control you.
That's the thing. I mean, this is one thing that's not widespread enough, psychological warfare. So the reason why it's not widespread enough is because you're not meant to know what it is. You're not meant to be in the know, because if you know what psychological warfare is, then you can understand the techniques and ways to avoid it and to not let it manipulate you into believing things that simply aren't true.
Yeah, very true.
So just bear that in mind the next time that you open up the newspaper or subject to any sort of media outlet, because there's a lot of it going on in your day-to-day life, even in this very moment. So do your own research into psychological warfare and come to an understanding before you pick up that newspaper.
And sometimes even just looking into, reading between the lines, like if you pick up the newspaper or you watch the news and just see the amount of fear, say for example in this moment with COVID, there's just so much there's been so many people that have got these cases, and where's the positivity, you know what I mean? So that's like a red flag for me. Every time I see something that's, you can kind of pick when someone's throwing fear upon you from a mile away. That's that's with experience and that's with awareness. So when you become aware of things like that, you're like, oh, look at this. This is definitely psychological warfare. This is manipulation. This is fear mongering. This isn't on. So obviously I'll turn it off, or I'll basically make up my own mind and be like, oh, I don't need to listen to this. Usually I just turn it off because what's the point? When you understand, when you can read between the lines, why am I going to subject myself to this manipulative information that doesn't actually exist?
That's perfectly well put, mate.
All right, so just before we finish this one as well, I want to talk about a quote that Malcolm X said, who was a civil human rights activist who actually was assassinated, would you believe it? Oh my God. And poor guy, legend though. Thank you, Malcolm X, for everything you did for humanity. So Malcolm X had this quote: "The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent." And that's power because they control the minds of the masses.
Very interesting quote there from Malcolm X. He was a truth speaker, Joff. He knew things that obviously he knew a few too many things. That's why he ended up catching a bullet.
Yeah, unfortunately. What a legend though. Anyone that did that,
Thank you, Malcolm, for your kind words, mate.
Yes.
That was brilliant. That you can find all this stuff on study.com. We'll put the links and stuff in below. And now it's time for my favorite segment. I'm really enjoying these segments, Joff. It's time for our message of hope. So it's a take it or leave it segment, Joff. Take us through what our message of hope is for today.
All right. So we've obviously spoken about psychological warfare and subconscious program, which they're both, you kind of don't want to think that they're being experienced in this moment. But look, at the end of the day, long story short here is wherever moment you are in your life right now, it's perfect. Wherever you are, it's perfectly fine and it's all good. So all we got to do is understand that we've got this new information at our disposal, and basically we can benefit our lives in so many other different ways. Like, for example, now that we know how negative the news is to our subconscious mind, we can limit the news. Do you know what I mean? Or we can basically read a newspaper instead, because the mental side of watching it visually, it does a bit more drastic measures, and even like reduce watching drama, TV shows, and a lot of things like that. And it's okay, because imagine how much benefit it's going to do to your life in the future, mate.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, this understanding that we're giving to you guys, the understanding that you can have by doing your own research and going into it and finding out exactly what's been happening behind the scenes and what programming has been installed into your subconscious mind. By doing that and gaining that understanding, gaining that knowledge, gaining that wisdom, you can come to a point where you can make a decision. You can make a choice. Let's make your own choice. Use your own critical mind, critical thinking, and come to a point where maybe you shouldn't watch the news. Maybe you need to start doing your own research. Yeah, that's it. No, I like that. It's beautifully said as well. And so at the end of the day, message of hope is just stay positive and just basically use every bit of wisdom and knowledge to your advantage and live the best to your ability. Thank you very much, guys. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this message of hope. I know I have. This is something that really opened up my mind a little while back, so I'm hoping that it's going to open up your mind too. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe, give us a like. We want to get this message out there to as many people as we possibly can. And as we say at Channel 1 Alternate News, always remember to stay positive. Keep doing your own research, guys. Thanks, guys. Ciao. Ciao.